So, I found this picture of young Mr. and Mrs. Bennett from those many years ago.
When we met Pooh and Tigger, yes.
That's right. Well, I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
I want you to frame this picture with this. It's a 1x3 that I found in your shed left over from another project.
Let's make it happen.
Think you can do it?
Let's make it happen. Okay, first step in framing me, Mrs. Me, Pooh and Tigger is cutting up this piece of scrap wood into manageable pieces. I need 4 sides, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off a little waste here because it's ugly, and then 4 1-foot pieces. Next step is to take these edges, clean them up by running them through the table saw twice. And using this push stick that I made in the previous video. Now that I've got my pretties, I'm going to now miter the edges. And in order to make the frame, I'm going to make 2 10-inch on the outside of the miter pieces and 2 8-inch pieces. So now that I've got my 8-inch and 10-inch pieces mitered and cut to the right length, I've got 4x6 empty space here in the middle. And in order for me to fit this 5x7 mat into it, I'm going to need to cut using the router table 1/2-inch routes so that this will fit in nicely for a picture frame. I've got the router set up. Alan helped me. He had mercy on my soul. So that we've got a feather board so that the pieces slide nicely through and the router's at the right height. So the solution we came up with to join the 4 pieces together square was to clamp it all together using this table and then using individual clamps to clamp down on each corner. We're not using nails at all, it's just glue here. This guy's still drying and it's been a couple hours, so I'm going to take it back to my house and finish it up in the shed in the morning. Well, it's a lot like Christmas morning when you wake up and your piece is dry. You had to stop last night because glue, and now this morning we're ready to go. Looks like this is going to be a rustic frame. The corners I cut aren't perfect, and you can see down here especially it's not joined perfectly. So I'm going to sand this down so it's smooth with some 100 grit and just see what it looks like and see what I want to do as far as maybe I want to make this perfect, or just leave it rustic. Whatever, you know, it inspires me to do. After sanding it up with some 100 grit, I've decided I'm going to go rustic, and there's a couple reasons. One, because I messed up here where I tried to nail, and I realized I didn't need nails, and pulled them out, so it's already got that. So I could wait and put some wood filler in there, but really, I think along with this corner, which isn't joined perfectly, I'm just going to embrace the rustic look on this and just go with it and make it a rustic frame. So up next, I'm going to set up the router and give a go, giving a nice edge to this. The router is a great tool because it can make something that's kind of simple and make it with a little effort look really intricate and cool. I've selected my bit. I'm now going to run it through this router. I've got my shop vac hooked up to it. I don't really need the fence because I have this bearing on the top of the router that's going to keep it the right distance. But I'm just using the fence so that I can suck all the sawdust straight into the shop vac so it doesn't go into my face. Look at this. The router, this is why I love the router. It takes something that's really plain and simple like this and then gives it awesome edge, really professional. And it's actually, once you set up the router table right, hard to mess up, and the bit does all the work for you. It's super smooth. You don't need to sand it. I've run it through just twice on each edge here, and I think it looks fantastic. I'm going to give a shout out to Tommy and Lori P at Hotel Park and Resort. They actually hooked me up with this router for Christmas last year, and I love it. It's an intimidating machine because it's so loud, but once you learn how to use it, it's fantastic and takes simple builds and make them look complex with not much work at all. So that's the router. Learn to use one. I love them. A little fine sanding with 400 grit. I'm really happy with the way it's looking. It's freezing out here though, so I'm gonna go inside for some finishing touches. It's now arts and crafts time. So my wife, Mandy Fitzgerald, uses Deco Art paint, and she got this Deco Art color stain, which is a self-sealing stain. And when I saw it, I was like, can I please try it? And she said yes. So I've chosen the chambray color, which I call blue, which is very hot right now. I'll put this on my rustic frame. So thank you, Deco Art and MandyFitzgerald.com. gosh, most of these gray stains, they end up purple on the wood, but this nice, it's got that nice blue tone and not purple at all. I love it. It really works with the rustic look of this. One coat, I'm done. I like it. I'm gonna let it dry, and then it's finishing touches on it. Now I'm gonna prepare my picture, mat, and backing to go into my frame, which is drying right now. This set here came from a bulk pack on Amazon, another something that I borrowed from my wife. These are about $1 each if you buy them in bulk. You don't necessarily need these, you can cut these out of something, but we already had these around the house, so I'm going to use them. So first, I'm going to flip it around, take my picture, dust it off a little bit. Just make sure that looks good. And then I've got these stickies here, just photo mounting squares. They're very self-explanatory. And you put one sticky on each corner. So this way, the picture stays nice and still. Let's turn it around. From there, it doesn't jiggle at all. Two have become one, and then this is just going to slip in to the photo frame, and the backing will go on the back, and we'll use some nails to secure it, and we'll be done. One last final touch here. I'm going to put this sawtooth picture hanging doodad up at the top, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's a sawtooth one.
Alright, Ben. It's been a little while.
Is it Judgment Day?
It's Judgment Day. The reckoning has come.
Okay.
Let's see this frame.
I finished it in my shop this morning.
Alright, here we go.
I put it somewhere.
Whoa! Oh man! I would call that a huge success. I love the finish. I love the OG you put on the outside.
Oh, he even knows the name of it. Oh,
Oh,
that's
man.
awesome.
That is fantastic. Look at this. Yes. Beautiful frame. Nicely done, sir. I would call that a success.
Excellent.
You made it happen.
Thank you for crushing my hand.
You're welcome. And that was the build out. Thanks for watching.
Please subscribe and like if you like. Also like it if you didn't like it.
That's a good. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Also like it if you didn't like it.